Okay, this is a poem by a young woman from Bangladesh named Taslima Nasrin, and it's called You Go Girl. They said, take it easy, said, calm down, said, stop talking, said, shut up. They said, sit down, said, bow your head, said, keep on crying, let the tears roll. What should you do in response? You should stand up now, should stand right up, hold your back straight, hold your head high. You should speak your mind, speak it loudly, scream. You should scream so loud that they must run for cover. They will say, you are shameless. When you hear that, just laugh. They will say, you have a loose character. When you hear that, just laugh louder. They will say, you are rotten, so just laugh, laugh, laugh even louder. Hearing you laugh, they will shout, you are a whore. When they say that, just put your hands on your hips, stand firm, and say, yes, yes, I am a whore. They will be shocked. They will stare in disbelief. They will wait for you to say more, much more. The men amongst them will turn red and sweat. The women amongst them will dream to be a whore like you.
Their paper clothes and cardboard slippers together, leaning forward and going on. We are coming from the jail. We are coming from the cold of the penitentiary, coming from the iron rain of the doorway, from the camp in the thicket where the trash glitters under an American flag. We are coming from a house made of earth, the one with the little yard in back, the one where we were born. Maybe you think you can scatter us along the river. Maybe you think we are lost and gone and cannot make it back to the house where we were born. But we are coming. We are coming. And we are writing the poem with our fingers in the dirt, like a song made of names, each name indestructible, even if it disappears like a star when the wave of night withdraws.
Much better, thank you.
Why does everybody treat me so evil and mean? I say, why does everybody treat me so evil and mean? Won't anybody tip their hat to a queen, Ma Rainey? Go ahead, try. Try to sing like Ma Rainey or Bessie Smith, to dance like Josephine did. Try to write like Emily or Tony or Audre Lorde or Adrienne Rich. I dare you. Try to take it all in stride like 14-year-old Sacagawea, young, already pregnant, most likely with Clark's infant. He called him my boy Pump, even adopted him. Just try to be that 10-year-old girl child won by a man to pay off a gambling debt, then passed around like an empty plate, or our young Shoshone salmon sister who changed an entire nation, the only one who knew what to do or where to go on that trek west. Go ahead, I dare you. I dare you to be another Angelina Rimke, who threw off prestige of class and slavocracy, defied race-crazed, woman-hating lynch mobs night after night, who hugged and loved the slave and insisted that money, not biology, was the cause of all of this, that there is no such thing as race, who was the first woman in the United States to address a legislative body and proclaim slavery reduces a man to a thing. I dare you to try this. And I dare you to walk for miles throughout the Southwest, to go from mine to mine alone like Mother Jones. Be just like this Irish immigrant tenant farmer's daughter, spreading hope until they wrote a song about you. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yes, be a miner's angel who wins strikes and rights for the most oppressed, who is declared the most dangerous woman in the U.S. by that racist D.A. Reese. Lose your husband and all 4 of your children to yellow fever death. Then spend the rest of your life fighting like hell for the living. Create women's militias armed with brooms and mops. Call May Day your birthday. Crook your little finger and watch 20,000 contented men drop. Yes. Be Woody Guthrie's Union maid, fearless and unafraid. Hum Aunt Molly Jackson's rugged, hungry blues while the Dreiser Committee is interrogating you. Go ahead, put on your walking shoes. I dare you. And I dare you to stand up when no one else would. Like Fannie Lou in 1962, sterilized in 61 against her will, she turned her rage around and said, I will, when asked which Mississippi sharecropper would risk it all, would claim the dream promised and go straight down to Louisville City Hall and declare, I am one woman and I want my one vote. Then I double dare you to get up off that cot after they've beaten you, nearly killed you, to stand up tall, straighten your thin, torn dress, look them straight in the eye, then throw back your head and sing, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And with a switch in your hips, walk pure and sure, straight out that jailhouse door while they just stare. Then I dare you to question America, right to Hubert Humphrey's face, the vice presidential candidate of the United States. You mean to tell me your position is more important than 400,000 black lives? Mr. Humphrey, I'm going to pray to Jesus for you. Yes, oh yes, I dare you to be a Fannie Lou. And I dare you to be Dolores Huerta Strong. Till you found your own UFW union. Organize a boycott that brings them to their knees. Get arrested 22 times. Then make them bow down to you. Stand tall even after they've beaten you on the steps of San Francisco City Hall. Yes, on San Francisco City Hall steps. Make those broken ribs into your tourniquet to stop this bleeding madness. I dare you to be the woman you always wanted to be. To forget your cars, your clothes, your plasma TVs. I call on you to be queens for the poor. To proclaim the power you were born with. To seduce truth, charm, justice, outsmart those men in charge. By taking command, taking action, serving notice on them because you know they are wrong. You know they are wrong. Wrong to take what is not theirs, to take all in the name of Homeland Security. Wrong to give the rich what's rightfully ours, to give them our money. The outrageous audacity of this. I dare you to stand tall and be one of history's real women, to make a collect call to that wolf in sheep's clothing, that president for whom we danced in the streets, that promised us all a trip to the Grand Canyon, then militarized it. Oh, I triple dare you to link arms with an immigrant and walk straight into that fat half-a-man sheriff's office and tell him loud and clear, so even he can understand, that we're mad as hell and we're coming to Arizona and we're Fannie Lou Strong, and like Sacagawea, we know where we're going, to lockstep with your sisters and brothers in this struggle, to shore up your sister, mother, lover spirit, to be common determined and resolved to woman up. I say, woman up for the cause. Go ahead, stand, dance, sit on those sidewalks. We pay for them. Woman up for those 1,000 Wells Fargo workers laid off. Woman up for those families who lost their homes and had nowhere to sleep. Woman up for Oscar Grant's mom. Woman up, I say. Then you dare them. Look them straight in the eye and defy them. You dare them to just go ahead and try to conquer this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Girls get stillborn into thin air. They come out of vaginas, wishing that they were not one. They want to play with trucks instead of dolls. They want to be boys. When girls get a little older, the boys start to treat them bad, call them stupid bitches, pull their hair. But girls like to get drunk, smoke pot, play guitar like Jimi Hendrix, skip school and hang out on Avenue C, hop freight trains to upstate New York, so they keep hanging out with boys. Girls get held down by their necks and fucked by ex-boyfriends who break in through bedroom windows when the morning is still dark and try to suffocate them, and then they forget about it the next day for 2 years and suffer from post-traumatic stress for 20. Girls get knocked up and have vacuums stuck up their cunts, where they drink abortifacient teas and bleed and bleed. Girls are just receptacles for men's waste, containers for sperm salted with hatred. Girls can't fuck without feeling something like boys can, even if they are blocking it out, because things always move around inside. Girls spend their lives preparing for emotional emergencies and pretend that they are Clint Eastwood, but people are always telling them to smile. Girls get abducted into pickup trucks in Loisaida by guys that want to take them to Brooklyn and dump them dead into the East River. There's no lock on the passenger door, so she escapes, pretends to let him beat her up, lands on her knees in the pouring rain in the middle of Canal Street at 5 a.m. Girls get followed by groups of men in cars when they're walking home at night, and have men threaten to rip them open with a knife, starting at the neck and slicing all the way down. Girls knock them out with wine glasses. That's what girls do. And girls in Rwanda get tied to trees by all 4 limbs, and their sons are forced to rape them, facing the barrel of a soldier's rifle. Their children are starving and no one cares. That's what girls do. They know that the world is not for them. Sometimes they know the world is not for anything at all.
Mother's Day, I'm sorry. To remember all the mothers in Palestine who are without their sons, their husbands, their uncles, their fathers. To remember all the women in Iraq who have lost, some of them, everything. To remember the women in Afghanistan who have been at war for years and years and years. To remember the women in Iran who are undoubtedly on their knees praying every night that now these wars are going to take their husbands, fathers, and sons. So as we remember our own struggles, our own suffering, our own poverty, we must also remember we are all sisters. We are the Revolutionary Poets Brigade. Jessica Luce.